Hey there, it is Wednesday and it's time for What I Wish I Would Have Known Wednesday. And I hope you guys are kind of enjoying this series. I've been doing it for a little while. Put in the comments if you like watching, if you like the stories, if there's a topic you want me to talk about. So I had kind of a conflict today of what I was going to share with you. And a couple days ago, I thought, I know what I learned, and I didn't really know I was going to need it, was emotional management. So, and we've kind of talked about this before, but one of the things is that I remember someone saying, and maybe I already shared this one time, but someone saying that you can have about a 5-minute pity party. So if something cancels or you're frustrated or all that, the more time that you pity party, frustration in your business, in your life, you are actually giving power away to that person or that situation. And that made me start thinking, like, I don't want to give my power away to other people or situations. So if I had an appointment and someone canceled on me, the longer I boo-hoo about it, the longer that I think about it, the longer that I beat myself up about it or all that, it's really giving them the power. And I'm like, no way. So a friend of mine said, set a timer on your phone. In the old days, it was a twisty kitchen timer for 5 minutes. And you can throw things and yell and swear if you want to. And you can do whatever you need to do. You get 5 minutes to get it out of your system and then move on. And I thought, wow, that's really good emotional management. Another thing that I learned that has served me really well is the idea of each part of our life. Think about going into a school and you have lockers, the metal lockers that slam, 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 right? Like we could all hear that metal locker slamming, the little, I don't know what they have anymore, but the little lock that you had to memorize and all that stuff, and who were you next to, and you hope you were next to some cute guy or whatever. But think about lockers. And so maybe 4 or 5 lockers, right? Like you have your Mary Kay business, you have your family, you have your job, you have activities. So, you have your church family, like all the things, like kind of your just 4 or 5 different areas of your life. And the way it was taught to me is compartmentalization. And oh my gosh, this is a huge emotional management key, is the locker idea. And National Sales Director Emeriti Sue Kirkpatrick shared this with us many times. And what she shared was that if you are in a place, so let's say right now you want to work your Mary Kay business for 15 minutes, then in your mind, you shut your job locker, you shut your family locker, you shut your, cleaning the house locker, whatever it is, you shut all the other lockers, and the only door that's open is your Mary Kay business. And when you're done doing that, you shut that locker and you open another door. And it's just kind of a mindset shift, because as women, we put on a gazillion hats. We have all the locker doors open, and we probably get less done than if we would just focus on opening a door, doing what we need to do in that, and then shutting the door. And that's really called emotional management, right? And the other thing that happens for that is you feel really good about yourself because you've done what you said you were going to do. You can pat yourself on the back. It builds confidence. So as I learned these life skills in my Mary Kay business, I think that's one of the biggest lessons overall. We talk a lot about the money in Mary Kay, the freedom and the flexibility, but the personal growth probably is one of the biggest factors when you allow yourself to be in the presence of Mary Kay directors, consultants, by, hanging out with me, attending events, going to seminar, being on our Monday nights, doing the event, like all the things, because the thought process is different. And you become like the 5 people you hang around with. And those thought processes have served me well throughout my life in all kinds of experiences, not just my Mary Kay business. So, if you like the locker idea, let me know. That's called compartmentalization. And it was interesting because the other day I had a conversation with my son, and I said to him, because there was something going on and, his brain was kind of there, but he had to go and do something else. And I said, I go, does that like overlap? Like, how do you do it? He goes, nope, I'm really good at compartmentalization. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, that's a really good skill to develop, right? Like when you're present, be 100% present, do it 100%, and then close the door and go on to the next thing. So anyway, I hope that blesses you today as we are jumping into this Jammin' June Boom 55% off skincare sets. This is the month to stock up, to reach out to customers, to build new customers, to do skincare trials, to invite people for the Hydra session. Next Monday night is bingo. I appreciate you all. You're amazing. Have a blessed day.